Hello, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm so happy you're here today. Whether you're listening at home, walking outside, or on your way to work, we're here to help you learn English the smart and simple way.
And I'm Bill, your co-host. Today's episode is a special one because we're talking about something many learners ask us all the time. How can I learn English by myself?
Exactly. Learning English on your own can feel confusing, even lonely. But it's also powerful because you control your time, your pace, and your learning style.
That's right. In this episode, we're going to guide you step by step. We'll talk about the best habits to build, the right tools to use, how to stay motivated, and how to make English part of your everyday life, even if you don't have a teacher or a classroom.
So, if you're ready to become your own best teacher and take control of your English journey, stay with us. This episode is packed with tips that really work.
Let's get started and unlock your English potential, one step at a time.
So, Bill, let's begin with the big question. Why should someone learn English by themselves? What makes it worth trying?
Great question, Sarah. First of all, learning English by yourself gives you total freedom. You can choose what you want to learn, when to learn, and how to learn. No fixed class times. No waiting for others to catch up. You're the boss.
Absolutely. And that freedom can really help learners stay consistent, especially people with busy schedules, like students, professionals, or parents. Even 15 or 20 minutes a day can make a big difference when you're learning on your own.
Exactly. And let's not forget, it's cost-effective too. You don't have to pay for expensive courses. There are free resources everywhere. Podcasts, videos, apps, books. You just need the motivation to use them.
And I think another big benefit is confidence. When you learn by yourself, you start to trust your own thinking. You discover how to solve problems, how to stay focused, and how to build your English step by step.
Yes, and that kind of independence can actually make your learning stronger. Many successful language learners, people who speak 5 or 6 languages, say that learning on their own helped them really understand how language works.
I love that. So for our listeners, just know this. Learning by yourself might feel hard in the beginning, but it builds powerful habits like focus, creativity, and patience.
And you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make when you take charge of your own journey. All you need is a little strategy, and that's what we're here to share today.
Let's dive into it. Coming up next, we'll talk about the most common challenges people face when learning English alone and how to overcome them. All right, now let's be honest, learning English by yourself isn't always easy. Right, Bill?
You're absolutely right, Sarah. It takes real effort. One of the biggest challenges learners face is not knowing what to study next. There's so much information out there that it can feel overwhelming.
Yes, and I've heard that too. Learners jump from one YouTube video to another or switch between grammar and vocabulary apps, but there's no clear direction. It's easy to feel lost.
Exactly. That's what we call random learning. It feels productive, but actually, it slows you down. You need structure, even if you're learning by yourself.
Another challenge I hear a lot is staying motivated. Without a teacher or classmates, learners can feel lonely, and when there's no one to correct your mistakes, you might feel stuck or unsure.
That's a big one. Self-doubt creeps in, and suddenly you stop practicing. The key here is to track your progress and celebrate small wins, like finishing a podcast episode, learning 5 new words, or writing a short paragraph.
And don't forget about distractions. At home, it's easy to say, "I'll do it later," and then skip your practice completely.
True. That's why I always say consistency is more important than perfection. Even 10 minutes a day adds up. What matters is showing up every day.
And what about pronunciation, Bill? Some learners tell me they feel shy speaking English out loud even when they're alone.
Yes, that's common too. But I always remind them, no one's listening. It's the perfect time to practice without fear. Read out loud. Repeat after videos. Record yourself. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly. So, to sum it up, yes, self-learning has challenges: confusion, lack of motivation, distractions, and fear of mistakes. But the good news is, all of these can be solved with simple strategies.
That's right. And coming up next, we'll show you how to build a daily English learning routine so you always know what to do every single day.
So now that we've talked about the challenges of self-learning, let's dive into the solution: a strong daily routine. Bill, why is having a routine so important for English learners?
Because without a routine, it's easy to forget, skip, or lose focus. A good routine turns English learning into a habit, just like brushing your teeth or drinking coffee in the morning. No stress, no excuses.
Exactly. And the great thing is, you don't need hours of study. Even 30 minutes a day is enough if you're consistent and focused.
That's right. Let's help our listeners build a sample daily routine. Sarah, what do you suggest they do in the morning?
In the morning, I recommend starting simple. While getting ready or having breakfast, listen to an English podcast like this one, or watch a short English video with subtitles. It helps your brain wake up in English mode.
Love that. Then, during the day, maybe during lunch break, or while commuting, you can do a 10-minute vocabulary review. Use flashcards, an app like Anki, or just review words in a notebook.
Right, and in the evening, you can do your speaking or writing practice. For example, you can talk to yourself in English, record your voice, or write a short paragraph about your day.
Exactly. And to keep things fresh, you can rotate activities. One day, focus on grammar. Another day, practice pronunciation. You don't have to do everything every day.
That's such a good point. Keep it simple and flexible. Maybe a routine like this: morning, 10 to 15 minutes listening; afternoon, 10 minutes vocabulary; evening, 10 to 15 minutes speaking or writing.
And if you're really busy, just pick one skill per day. For example, Monday, listening; Tuesday, speaking; Wednesday, reading; Thursday, writing; Friday, review.
Yes, the key is to make English part of your daily life, like reading English news, thinking in English while cooking, or labeling things around your home.
Exactly. And remember, consistency beats intensity. Don't try to do everything in one day and then stop. Build a habit, keep it light, and grow step by step.
Beautifully said, Bill. Coming up next, we'll talk about the best tools and resources for learning English by yourself, so you don't feel like you're doing it alone. Now that we've built a daily routine, let's talk about the tools that make self-learning easier and a lot more fun. Bill, what's your number one favorite tool for English learners?
That's a tough one, but I'd say YouTube. It's full of free English lessons, pronunciation practice, grammar tips, and real conversations. You can find channels based on your level and interests.
Yes, and if you turn on subtitles while watching English videos, you can improve both listening and reading at the same time. Just make sure you're actively watching, not just like watching a movie and forgetting the words.
Right? And another great tool is language learning apps. Apps like Duolingo, Memrise, or Babbel are great for short daily practice. Even 5 minutes a day helps keep your brain in English mode.
Totally. And for vocabulary, I always recommend flashcard apps like Anki. You can make your own decks or download pre-made ones. It uses spaced repetition to help you remember words long term.
And let's not forget dictionaries. A good dictionary app, like Cambridge or Oxford Learner's Dictionary, can help you check pronunciation, word meanings, and even see example sentences.
Exactly. And if you're more into listening, podcasts and audiobooks are amazing. You can find English podcasts on topics you love, like travel, business, health, or even storytelling.
Yes, and they help you get used to different accents, speaking speeds, and natural expressions. That's real-world English.
One more resource, I love language exchange apps like HelloTalk or Tandem. You can chat with native speakers who want to learn your language and help each other grow.
And if you're shy to talk to others, try AI chat tools or journaling apps in English. They help you practice writing and thinking in English without pressure.
There are so many options, but don't try to use all of them at once. Choose 2 or 3 tools that match your goals and routine, and stick with them.
That's right. Use the tools to support your routine, not to distract you. Remember, tools are powerful, but it's you who makes the progress.
Coming up next, we'll talk about one of the most important things in self-learning, how to stay motivated even when you feel tired or discouraged. All right, now let's tackle something that a lot of learners struggle with listening and speaking. Bill, people often ask, how can I practice speaking if I'm alone? What do you tell them?
I love that question, Sarah. And the truth is, you can practice speaking by yourself. In fact, it's one of the most effective ways to improve your fluency without pressure. One of my favorite techniques is called shadowing.
Shadowing? I love that one too. Could you explain how it works?
Sure, you listen to a short sentence or phrase in English, usually from a video, podcast, or audio, and then repeat it immediately, trying to match the speaker's tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. It's like being their echo.
Exactly. It helps you train your ear and your mouth at the same time. And the best part is, you can do it with your favorite TV show, podcast, or even a YouTube video.
Totally. Another way to practice speaking alone is to do daily self-talk. Just speak out loud about your day, your plans, your feelings. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just helps you think in English and become more comfortable speaking.
Yes. For example, you can say, I'm making breakfast now, or today I feel excited because it turns your day into a speaking practice.
And don't forget about recording yourself. Use your phone. Record short clips of you speaking in English, then play them back. It helps you hear your mistakes and track your progress.
That's a big confidence booster. And for listening, we always say listen every day. Choose content that matches your level. If you're a beginner, start with slow English podcasts or videos with subtitles.
Yes, and once you get better, move to natural speed conversations. Try to listen without subtitles first. Then, go back and check what you missed.
Exactly. And repeat listening is powerful. If you listen to the same audio 2 or 3 times, your brain starts to catch more words and phrases.
One last tip, use your imagination. Pretend you're having a conversation with someone. Ask and answer your own questions in English. It's fun and really helpful.
I love that. So just to recap, for speaking, shadowing, self-talk, recording yourself, and imaginary dialogues. For listening, daily practice, repeat listening, and using content at your level.
Exactly. Don't wait for someone to speak with you. Are your best practice partner.
Coming up next, we're going to talk about a super important topic: how to stay motivated when learning alone. Don't miss it. So far, we've talked about listening and speaking, but what about reading and writing? These two skills are just as important. And yes, you can definitely improve them on your own.
Totally agree. Let's start with reading. The easiest way to begin is by reading what you enjoy, not textbooks, but stories, news, or blogs in English. If you like sports, read sports news. If you like fashion, read fashion blogs.
Right. When you read something interesting, you're more likely to understand and remember new words. And here's a great trick: read out loud. That way, you're improving reading and pronunciation at the same time.
Good tip. And now for writing, you don't need to write long essays. Just start with short daily writing. Write 3 to 5 sentences about your day, your plans, or your thoughts in a notebook or on your phone.
Exactly. And use tools like Grammarly to check your writing. You'll learn from your mistakes and improve your grammar naturally.
Also, try copywriting practice. Pick a short paragraph from a book or article you like and write it by hand. It helps with spelling, grammar, and vocabulary all at once.
So good. And for both reading and writing, the secret is simple: do it every day, even for just 10 minutes.
That's right. Reading gives you the input, and writing helps you use it. Together, they build your English from the inside out.
Up next, let's talk about something we all need when learning by ourselves: how to track your progress and stay motivated. Now let's talk about something every self-learner needs: motivation and tracking progress. Because let's face it, learning alone isn't always easy.
Absolutely. The key is to set small, clear goals. For example, I'll learn 5 new words today. Or, I'll watch a 10-minute English video without subtitles. When you reach small goals, you feel successful, and that keeps you going.
Yes, and it's important to track your progress. Keep a notebook or digital log. Write down new words, grammar rules, or even how many minutes you studied today.
That's a game changer. You can also record a short video or voice message in English every week. When you listen to the first one and compare it to the latest one, you'll hear your progress, and that feels amazing.
And don't forget to celebrate small wins. Finished a book? Learned 100 words? Watched a full movie in English? Treat yourself. Learning is a journey, and every step matters.
Exactly. Progress is progress no matter how small. Stay consistent, stay kind to yourself, and keep moving forward.
Coming up, our final thoughts and tips to keep you inspired on your English self-learning journey. Don't go away. Before we wrap up, let's talk about something really important: common mistakes people make when learning English alone. Because avoiding these can save a lot of time and frustration.
Definitely. One big mistake is trying to learn too many things at once: too much grammar, too much vocabulary, too many apps. It leads to burnout and confusion.
Exactly. It's better to focus on 1 or 2 goals at a time, like improving listening or learning 10 new words a week. Keep it simple and consistent.
Another mistake is being afraid of making mistakes. When you're learning alone, there's no one to correct you, and that's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection.
Yes, and some learners only consume, they read and listen, but never produce, like speaking or writing. You need to use English, not just study it.
Right? Don't just be a passive learner, be active. Speak, write, repeat, record yourself. That's how you build real fluency.
And finally, don't give up just because you don't see fast results. Language learning takes time. Stay patient and enjoy the journey.
Well said. Avoid the common traps, stay focused, and trust the process.
Coming up next, our final thoughts and encouragement for your self-learning journey. Before we finish, Bill, I love hearing real success stories. Do you have any inspiring examples of people who learned English completely by themselves?
Absolutely, Sarah. One story that sticks with me is about a woman named Maria. She started learning English at home with zero formal classes. Using YouTube, podcasts, and language apps, she practiced daily for 2 years. And now she works in an international company speaking English confidently.
Wow, that's amazing. It shows that with dedication and the right tools, anyone can do it. I've also met learners who started by writing a simple journal every day and then moved on to joining online English groups where they spoke with people from all over the world.
Yes, and many of them said that self-learning helped them build confidence because they could learn at their own pace without feeling judged or rushed.
That's so important. Your journey is unique, and every step forward is a win. Remember, consistency beats perfection.
Exactly. So if you're listening and thinking about starting or continuing your English learning journey alone, take heart. You can absolutely succeed.
Thanks for sharing that, Bill. And thank you, listeners, for joining us today. Keep practicing, keep believing, and we'll see you next time on the English Learning Podcast. As we close today's episode, here are some final tips to keep your English learning journey strong. Stay curious, practice a little every day, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
And remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep pushing forward.
You've got this. Thanks so much for listening to the English Learning Podcast. We'll be back soon with more tips and conversations to help you learn English by yourself.
Take care, everyone. Keep practicing, and see you next time.
Thanks so much for joining us today on the English Learning Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends who want to learn English by themselves.
And don't forget to leave us a comment or message. Tell us your favorite self-learning tip or what topic you'd like us to cover next.
Also, follow us on social media for daily English learning tips and fun challenges to keep you motivated.
We appreciate you being part of our community. Keep practicing every day, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye for now, and happy learning.